Hello, students. We are into section 7.3, and the question was on number 9. And so I'm going to take a look at 7.3, number 9. And number 9 says, order the following decimals from greatest to least. Now, again, it's possible as you do greatest to least that maybe some of them are exactly the same. If they are exactly the same, just make sure that you put an equal sign between them. For the others, insert a symbol. So, for example, let's see if we had an example. If I gave you the numbers 2/3, 3/3, right? 4/3, just as an example, 5/3. And I gave you the number 1 and the number 0. And I said, okay, go ahead and put these in order from greatest to least. Then you'd say, okay, well, the biggest one is 5/3. So write your 5/3. That's the biggest. The next up is 4/3. That's the next biggest. Then you've got 3/3, which is actually equal to the number 1. And that is greater than 2/3, which is greater than 0. So you could write it like this with the symbols between indicating the relationship between the numbers. So yeah, like we talked about in class, you could have a decimal that has a, what do we have in class? 0.7 we're repeating. And we said, hey, that's the same as 0.77 repeating. And I guess if you think about it, that'd be the same as 0.7, where only the second 7 is repeating, because again, you end up with the exact same value. So for all of these, all three of these, the simplest way to write it would be the one up front, because it uses, in terms of a simplest repeating decimal form, it uses the least number of written digits. Okay, but some of these in the middle here, as you're doing this problem, they may end up being equal. And that's okay. But be very careful, because sometimes they look like they're going to be equal because they kind of look the same to us. But that bar is very important. Notice the bar here has a repetend of 3 digits. In the first one, it has a repetend of 2 digits. So write out some of the terms if you need to. That'd be my recommendation, so that you can make sure that they do match up perfectly. All right, that's the only question I have so far. If more come in, I'll post another video. All right, off you go.